Hello, friends. Welcome to The Entrant. We are back to you with the weekly legal updates. The news for this episode was referred from the Law Times Journal, a one stop destination for Indian legal fraternity. Starting with the news highlights. First, Chief Justice Geeta Mittal of Jammu and Kashmir High Court constitutes arbitration committee for the court annexed International Arbitration Centre. Jammu and Kashmir High Court Chief Justice Geeta Mittal constituted an arbitration committee for the annexed Jammu and Kashmir International Arbitration Centre. The committee was constituted by Chief Justice in exercise of the powers under Rule 3 of the Jammu and Kashmir International Centre Internal Management Rules 2020. Next is the Tablighi Jamaat cases from all over the Uttar Pradesh are to be transferred to 3 districts are to be decided within 8 weeks as laid down by the Allahabad High Court. The Allahabad High Court on 30th September decided to transfer the pending cases against the members of Tablighi Jamaat in Kanpur, Gorakhpur, Prayagraj, Varanasi and Lucknow zone to the Chief Judicial Magistrate of Lucknow. In the same way, cases pending in Agra and Meerut zones are to be transferred to the Chief Judicial Magistrate of Meerut. Lastly, the cases which are pending in Bareilly zone are to be transferred to the Chief Judicial Magistrate Bareilly. Next is the criminal cases against MPs and MLAs. Madhya Pradesh High Court registered suo motu petition and issues notices. The Madhya Pradesh High Court Jabalpur bench registered a suo motu petition monitoring the progress of the trials of the pending criminal cases against the sitting or the former legislators, MPs and MLAs. The police harassment case of anti-CAA protester. NHRC takes serious note of Telangana DGP non-responsive attitude and issues summons. National Human Rights Commission has asked the Telangana Director of Police M. Mahendra Reddy to appear personally before the Commission in a case related to communal remarks passed by the Assistant Commissioner of Police against a Citizen Amendment Act protester. NHRC issued conditional summons to DGP under Section 13 of the Protection of Human Rights Act 1993. After no action taken, report was received from the police. The human rights body was acting on a petition filed by Mohammad Abdul Mujib of Karimnagar. The petitioner alleged the ACP and the police inspector threatened him for taking out a rally against CAA. The further news is willing to provide reservation to transgender persons under OBC, Karnataka government tells the High Court. The Karnataka government on 2nd October submitted before the Karnataka High Court a proposal to include transgender as one of the categories in other backward classes for the purpose of recruitment. Further, bill with the protection of healthcare workers during the pandemic receives presidential assent. The Epidemic Diseases Amendment Act 2020 received the assent of the President of India and has come into force. It was passed by the Rajya Sabha on 19 September and the Lok Sabha on 21st September. It prohibits any act of violence against a healthcare service personnel or any damage or loss caused to any property during an epidemic. Contravention of the provisions of the Act constitutes a cognizable and non-bailable offence which is punishable with imprisonment ranging from 3 months to 5 years and fine ranging from 50,000 to 1 lakh. The amendment also expands the ambit of the central government in preventing the spread of such disease. Next, civil services exam centres in containment zones. Candidates not to be stopped from reaching their centres, Delhi High Court directs UPSC to request the authorities. The High Court of Delhi on 1st September directed the UPSC to immediately issue a communication to the Chief Secretary GNCTD and the Commissioner of Police notifying them of the examinations to be conducted on 4th October 2020. Next is the Telangana High Court's Centre's response and plea against publication of communal content on social media. The High Court of Telangana on Thursday directed the central government to file its reply in the plea against the circulation of communally painted content on social media platforms in India. The order was passed in a plea against trending of the communal hashtags on the US-based microblogging platform that is Twitter. Moving further is the right of minor victims to participate in the judicial process. PIL alleges non-compliance of POCSO provisions. Bombay High Court seeks reply from the state. The Bombay High Court sought a reply from the state of Maharashtra while hearing a public interest litigation filed by social worker seeking directions to all criminal courts to secure efficient and effective participation of child victims through their legal representatives at all stages of judicial process, alleging non-implementation of certain provisions of the POSOCO Act. Further, Delhi High Court says center's directions to FSSAI prohibiting blending of mustard oil. The Delhi High Court stayed the directions issued by the central government to the Food Safety and Standards Authority of India prohibiting the blending of mustard oil. Ban on mobile in hospitals. The ban impugns upon the right of free communication of patients. Calcutta High Court asked the government to ease out the ban. The Calcutta High Court on 30th September expressed the hope that the state government shall take such appropriate measures without compromising the health issues of the public at large to ease out the ban on the use of mobile phones in hospitals. Next is the Vadodara custodial death probe. The Vadodara custodial death probe, there must not be any scope of either laxity or soft paddling at any stage of investigation, the Gujarat High Court tells CID. The Gujarat High Court, in the ongoing probe of the Vadodara custodial death case, reminded the investigating officer that the truth is the motto and the object of every investigation, and in the instant case, all the accused are police personnel who are supposed to be well versed with all the possible tactics in overreach the process of law. Extraordinary care would be expected on their part. Next is not to allow anyone to go homeless during the pandemic. The Bombay High Court refuses to allow municipal corporation to remove encroachments. Next is the NHRC to take suo cognizance of Hathras gang rape case. Seeks report from UP government. On 14 September, a 19-year-old Dalit girl was abducted and gang raped by 4 men of upper caste, and then she was subjected to brutal torture. Her bones were broken and her tongue was cut. She passed away on 29 September and was cremated by the police officials without the consent of her family members in the midnight. The NHRC has taken suo motu cognizance of the case. Further, Centre notifies bill to relax tax filings, allows RBI supervisions over cooperative banks. The central government has notified the taxation and other laws relaxation of certain provisions of the Act 2020 to relax the time limit on compliance with tax laws, GST payment, filing, etc. amid the COVID-19 pandemic. This Act amends as many as 8 legislations. Next is the centre notifying the 3 labour codes. The central government on Tuesday notified 3 labour codes, namely the Occupational Safety, Health and Working Conditions 2020, the Industrial Relations Code 2020, the Code on Social Security 2020. These 3 bills relax labour laws to ease operational requirements for the industries, while introducing social security for all workers, including interstate migrants and unorganized workers. They were passed in Lok Sabha on 22 September 2020 and in Rajya Sabha on 23 September 2020. Further, Karnataka High Court extends all interim orders and the period of closure under Section 4 of the Limitation Act till 29 November. The Karnataka High Court has extended the operation of all interim orders passed by it and the subordinate court or tribunals that are due to expire within a span of 1 month till 29 November 2020. Next is the Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Rules 2020 coming into force. The Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Rules 2020 have been modified. The Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment stated that the objections and the suggestions received from the public with regard to the draft rules have been considered by the central government. The Parliament passed the Transgender Persons Protection of Rights Act in November 2019, which aims at protecting the rights of the transgender persons by granting them recognition and making welfare provisions for them. Thanks for watching. Do comment and share if you liked the video, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you next weekend. Bye bye. Take care.